Kia ora and welcome to Inner Calling New Zealand. This is your spiritual podcast where we are going to have a sacred conscious conversations with spiritual coach, healer, spiritual leader, or meditation teacher, yoga teacher, and many more personalities. So if you are searching for peace, purpose of life, if you have lots of spiritual doubts and nowhere to go, then this podcast is for you and you are going to have lots of answers of your questions and doubts. Our today's very special guest is a very beautiful soul, Caroline Panesar. She is basically from Netherlands, right? She is basically from Netherlands. She is a healer here. She is doing this work been 20 plus years, and she is founder. And she is also linked with Soul Direction brand here in New Zealand, Auckland. And today we are going to have a conversation with her about her journey, about her path, about her spiritual experience. If we have any spiritual doubt, we can ask her. And we are going to know about her background and about her work as well, how she is doing it. And just give you a little brief and insights of her work. So she is healer. She is giving a soul wisdom to a person. And if anyone stuck with their health, relation, or they want to go ahead in their spiritual path, she is guiding them, she is healing them. She is also, I can say that she can literally guide them to see their past lives and give them a little balance in their life. So, yeah, if you want to connect with her, we'll give you her contact information by end of this podcast. So, stay tuned. So let's start our podcast with the very first question. So welcome Caroline to our podcast Inner Calling New Zealand. Thank you so much for being here. It's such a blessing to have you here with us today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
We can start with definitely your introduction, but I would like to ask how you drove to this path. What's your first miracle moment or magical moment where you definitely can see, no, this is my calling.
Well, I was thinking about that as I was preparing for the podcast, and I was like, I actually don't know that there's one moment that really stands out.
Yeah.
It feels like all the things that have happened all the way through my life have prepared me step by step for this, whatever it is, and it's forever changing. So it changes again, as I'm doing this work. Things are constantly popping up that I've never done before. Where spirit is going, oh, okay, now you need to do this, and now you need to do that. And I'm like, okay, but I haven't been trained to do this, so you'll have to guide me. And then, there's generally some laughter in the background, and then they're just gently guiding me. But I think one of the things that really opened me up to the aspect of soul and karma and past lives was the work I did with my spiritual mentor, Glenn Lewis, who lives in Muriwai. And he told me that I had access to the Akashic records, and he showed me, like what I do with other people now, showed me basically that I was much bigger than this little human girl who does a bit of massage and a bit of healing, and that I have access, and we all do have access to way more than that. So he opened me up to that.
And how did you meet him? Do you want to start this healing journey and then you want to learn about it from him? Or it's just an accident?
Well, it's just one of those synchronicities, right?
Yeah.
Well, life just takes you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so once you started speaking with the spirit guides, how was the first experience? Is there any sign? And what's the first experience about it?
Yeah, it was really cool. So I started doing Reiki in the UK over 20 years ago. And my Reiki master was very much speaking to Archangel Michael and to Jesus.
Oh.
And so she said, don't bother with any spirit guides that are not on that level, because there's just so much messiness in the whole astral realm. And, you want to go straight to the angelic realm. And I was like, okay, but I had no idea. I had absolutely no idea. I didn't even really fully believe it, but she did. And so I was like, well, she's my teacher, so I'm going to try it, right? So I tried it. But it was very much a concept in my mind. And then I started kind of connecting, and then I started feeling things coming back. So I would go, Archangel Michael, please, can you show me, or can you protect me? And there would be this wave of love coming to me. And I was like, well, I'm not imagining that. That is definitely a response. And then one of the most beautiful moments was when I went to this cathedral in Bath, and they had the most amazing artwork, and they had this carving of Jesus on the cross, and it was actually the first time that I'd seen that didn't creep me out.
Wow.
I always felt so like it's so morbid, that image, and no judgment. But you know, and then I saw that one and I was like, oh, this is very beautiful. So in my mind I just said to Jesus, I bet you would love this. And I just got this wave of unconditional love coming into me, and I just sobbed for like close to an hour. And I was there with my parents, who are atheists and don't believe in anything, and they were like, what is wrong with you? They were so concerned. But it was like, yeah, that was a very beautiful experience. So that's when I started to realize that actually there's a reality to this.
And how they are feeling about it right now. I mean, when they know about it, okay, you are going to this path. Now they understand it, right?
My parents have since passed. But before, no, it's okay. And before they passed, I did a lot of work with Oneness at that time. I don't know if you heard of Oneness University in India. And that was a very, very special energy. And so I think they stopped pushing me away, because until then they've been going, you're weird, this is different, we're atheists, so we can't go there. But I think just before they passed, there was this moment where we connected as one, and it was like, it's okay where you are. And since they've passed, they've come back, and my dad often peeps in and goes, what are you doing now? And
So it's like you can spirit guide is like no one but the maybe some good spirits who want to help other people or want to help you specifically. Is it like multiple members or one person? How you see them? Like a light? Or maybe just you can't see them, just feel them. How's the experience?
It changes. Sometimes I don't see, and sometimes I don't need to see. When I'm working on someone and their ancestors come through, so say someone lost their parent quite recently, then they may show up and I may see a picture of them, just so that they can make it really clear who they are. And then and then I get an impression, and then I say to the person, oh, okay, so this person is coming in, they look and they feel like this, could this be your dad or your aunt or your whatever? And then so then they show themselves. But often with Archangel Michael, for example, or with Jesus, it's just the energy. It's like a specific energy signature that you learn to recognize. Or with Lady Isis. But if they show up for someone else, then I'm often shown the picture of them, so that I can describe to them, where they're sitting. Like, for example, someone will be sitting here and I'll go, okay, so Lady Isis has just popped in. Oh, wow. And they're like, okay, what? Right? And I'm like, okay, so now she's sitting on that side of you.
And they don't freak out, actually.
No, they don't freak out. No, because they come for that.
They come for
I'm
that.
known for that, so they come for that. I mean, some people are. I get people who are religious, and I can't say things like that because it's just not part of their belief system. But then also these energies don't show up. They know when they're not welcome. So
true, yes.
It's like it's always imperfect. How it needs to be. But and I'll be like, okay, so this energy, so this being is now saying something, and they want to do something. Often with Lady Isis, it's an initiation. She wants to, because I work a lot with people who have been light workers before. So, she wants to up their vibration, especially at this moment, because we're going through so much change.
Wow.
Yeah.
So which kind of environment you create or you need to just see them, or maybe just invite them or have some guidance from them?
Yeah, well, I need to invite them in, obviously. So before we start, I always ask my guides and my ancestors and my infinite wise self, so my soul self, my divine self, to come in. And then I ask for protection and for a raising of the energy, so that the energy in the room is that of a sacred temple or whatever, comes to me in that moment. And then I ask the guides and the ancestors and the divine self of the person to come in and help us and guide us.
Mm.
And so they're already there before people come in.
So the way you change people's life, definitely. How it changed your life? Is there anything from childhood you remember? Okay, I was like this, but now I changed up to this level. Or just from the younger self, you think, okay, this is my first experience. This is what I want to drive into. So, is there any incident from childhood you want to share?
Yeah. So when I was little, I experienced a lot of trauma. So I was born into an alcoholic family, and there was a lot of other trauma around me as well. And
I'm sorry for that. Yeah.
No, don't be sorry. So what I've come to see is that this trauma made me exactly who I am. I'm actually really grateful for it, because, and that is something that I wanted to bring in today. Is that when you look at things from the soul's perspective or from spirit's perspective, it's very different. You'll probably find that with your guru as well. They look at it very differently. They don't go, oh, you poor you, that you had to go through that. They're going, yeah, you're experiencing this. This is great. So
this is what meant to be, because you need to reach here. So
exactly.
That happened, yeah.
Exactly. Okay. Especially the things that happen when we're young. They're often set up, I believe they're set up by us before we come in. True. And it's like, as a soul, we want to experience certain things, or we want to be a certain person, or, if I wouldn't have experienced this trauma, I would not be the healer that I am right now. I would not have the compassion. I would not have the motivation. I would be like, do I look good? Let's take another selfie, right? So I think it was perfect. So I'm not sorry that it happened, and I'm actually really grateful.
Grateful.
Yeah. So very, very grateful. So, that helped me. Learning that has helped me to let it go as well, because for a long time I was very angry. Yeah. I was very angry. When you're younger, you have such a simple way of looking at the world, right? Well, maybe not when you're born into a family that meditates, but, I was born into a family of atheists with lots of chaos and, lots of negativity and judgment. So the Dutch culture can be very judgmental. And so I was born into that as well. We would often spend like hours around the table going, well, that person did that, and what an asshole, and what an idiot, and that was kind of like what I was steeped in. And so for a long time, I was blaming my mother. I didn't understand what it was that she was going through. And so I was very angry and very lost, and I didn't know who I was. And it was only after I started doing Reiki, but also when I started understanding karma, that I went, oh. So I had this moment. Interrupt me if you want me to go in a different direction. But
no, go ahead.
I had this moment where I was going into like a trance-like state, and I was starting to see that in one of my other lifetimes, I was married to my mother. No, I wasn't. Sorry, I wasn't married to my mother. But I was married to someone who I deeply, deeply loved. But we were very poor, very, very poor. This was in the north of France somewhere. We were so poor that, our eyes were protruding out of our faces. That's how skinny we were. And we had 4 kids. And I was the man in that lifetime. And I took my children to the market and left my wife at home. And when we came home, she had been killed. And because she was the love of my life, she was my, whatever you want to call that, soul connection, and I could not deal with it. And I became an alcoholic. And all my kids were under 10. And I started drinking, and abusing them. And I died in the gutter, and they had to fend for themselves. So whether you believe that is true or not, for me, like, I could feel it.
I believe it, because definitely whatever we are surrounded by, the relatives or parents, we had connection in the past life. That's for sure.
I feel that too.
And whatever we are feeling right now, maybe we have done same thing to others in the previous life. So that's what the karma come back to here.
Yeah.
And so I believe it. Yeah.
So my understanding of karma is that, it's not a punishment, or it's not always...
No, it's like balancing things.
It's a balancing thing, and I think we have a level, but that may be my Western way of looking at it. I think we have a level of choice
Mm-hmm.
as a soul as to what we want to experience next. So I believe that I felt so bad when I croaked, when I died. I believe that I felt so bad about what I'd done in that lifetime that it was like, I want to experience this from the other side. I want to know what it's like to be that child.
That's so true.
You know, I want to know what it's like to be that child and to experience that, you know, what it's like to have a parent who's not there. In fact, a parent who is abusive. And I mean, there's so much that comes with alcohol or drug abuse or, you know, any of that. And so I did experience it. And once I saw that connection, I went, oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't need to blame my mother. In fact, I can be grateful because she spent time in her life giving me the experience that I wanted. And
we requested it while we maybe get ready to have a rebirth. We requested to feel it or experience it.
Yes.
So, it's our plan.
Exactly. We did it. Right?
Yeah, true.
We did it. And that was one thing that that was very beautiful when she passed. Because in her life as a person, any addict, even after they stopped drinking, which she did, they can be quite tricky personalities because there's a lot of wounding that makes them be like that. So even if you take the alcohol or the drug away, there's still a little bit, you know, that woundedness still shows up in a relationship, and it can be tricky. They're not always easy to be with. And so, you know, it wasn't always easy to be with her as much as I loved her, because I did love her very much, and I still do. But then when she passed, I could see her soul. And it was so different, you know, so I really understood that this beautiful soul, who I love so much, and I spent so many other lifetimes with, came back to do this with me. You know, she sacrificed, because she's quite an unevolved soul. She sacrificed herself to have this experience so I could have it. And there was so much love and gratitude between us. Sorry. My makeup. Yeah.
No, you are beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. Such an inspiring story.
It is. But that is what set me on the path to be a healer, because I wanted to heal her. Because I was always like, oh, she's suffering so much, I want to heal her. But also I had to heal myself because I was so traumatized by everything that had happened. Yeah.
Maybe you didn't decide to be a healer while you get a rebirth, but in this birth you see her suffering so much, you decided to heal someone at least. And somehow that energy reaches up to universe or such a spirit guides who listen to you and who wants to help you and guide you towards this direction, and that's how you become healer. That's my interpretation.
Yes.
So it's beautiful if we, you know, think about something, spread that energy, must be positive, and it reaches up to them. They definitely guide you. They definitely give you the exact energy which you need to do this.
Yeah, and that happens quite a bit. Like I'll be doing something and I'll just doing my human thing, you know, and then suddenly it's almost as if in spirit someone goes, okay, move over. I'm going to do this. And then there's this energy that just comes through. Yeah.
So nice. And that bring me a interesting question to my mind, that how about your routine to just you know, if you are healing someone, you also have to heal yourself. You have to heal yourself after that healing, so that you have that nice energy around you all the time. And how you follow things. Is there any particular routine or particular affirmation, gratitude, meditation, yoga, something which you don't want to skip at any cost, like maybe weekly routine or daily? Believe in prayer or something, that's also.
Well, if we're talking about what I wouldn't want to skip at any cost, it's obviously definitely that setting up and bringing in of all the energies before I work with someone. But I also have my morning routine. So when I did some courses with the Art of Living. They teach yoga and very basic yoga, just the sun salutations and some rotations and joint rotations, and then the breathing that comes with that kriya, and then the meditation. So for 8 or 9 years, I did that religiously every morning. I woke up at 6 o'clock, and then some life changes made me go, I want to change it up a little bit. I don't feel like sitting down and sitting still. So now, but I always do something in the morning. So now it could be like I do my own card reading, or I do some dancing.
Nice.
I love salsa.
It too.
Yeah. I'm like going through the house and getting the good mood going.
Yes.
Sometimes I pray. Yeah, it can look very differently now. But I always do something to just get me from the sleep state to being ready state. But I find that the breathing, whatever the breathing is, whatever the pranayama is that I do, is the biggest game changer. It really literally changes my energy straight away. Yeah.
And before you go to sleep, is there anything you want to do, like as a routine?
Not really. I have started asking to be looked after when I'm sleeping, because I've become aware that I work at night when I'm sleeping and I travel everywhere. I'm like, okay, well, let's set up a little bit of, what do you call it, boundaries around that. Yeah, so that, but I don't do a particular thing to fall asleep. I'm usually just like ready.
Really?
Yeah.
So unusual, but
yeah. Well, I have a lot of energy, and I do a lot of work during the day. I hardly ever do nothing. Busy, yeah.
But it's good. Yeah, we mean to be busy,
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Really. So, like everyone, we are living in a society, right? So, we definitely have certain feelings and up downs in life. It's life, and have lots of emotions also, like not balanced one. Sometimes we feel anger, sometimes sad, different thing, different time. So how you come out of it, and how you heal yourself, basically.
That's such a good question, hey? Because I really noticed that, like I've included it into my Reiki teaching now, and I really notice it's so necessary for people to know this. It's not something that we're taught. Like, when we're little, people go, oh, don't cry, or don't be angry, or, whatever. But they don't tell you why. How. They don't give you the manual, It's like so unfair. So what I've learned for myself, and that is also through, I think, a lot through the Art of Living and through the meditation, but also through other things. It's like any emotion that we have, any up or down, is an energy. So emotions are energy in motion. So they're just, and they need to move. So what happens is, if you get angry, we're taught that we shouldn't be angry, especially us women. We shouldn't be angry. So we go, oh, I shouldn't be angry. And you park it and you suppress it and you put it somewhere. But you don't deal with it. So anger is a sign that something's not right. Right?
And if it's suppressed and hidden somewhere, it's definitely come out, but with a blast.
Yeah. And it hurts us. It hurts our body if we keep it suppressed, if we keep it inside. And that's because I work with a lot of people with trauma as well. And that's what I'm noticing. With the trauma comes a lot of anger that hasn't been able to be expressed because it wasn't safe, or because we didn't know how to, or because we felt we had to be different. And so this anger sits in your body, and it will get stuck in organs, and sometimes in bones, and sometimes in muscles. And it's not good for us. So these emotions need to be expressed. They need to be felt, and you need to acknowledge them. I am feeling angry. It doesn't mean that you have to project it onto whatever's triggering you. It's like, I am angry. Okay, so what are we going to do with this anger? So first of all, you need to know what makes you angry, right? So what makes you angry is often something that made you angry when you were little. So, say that, like living with an alcoholic, you're right?
Yes.
It's like your boundaries get crossed all the time. And so if someone crosses my boundary, like for example, in the beginning when I started working, I would get unreasonably angry when someone was late. You know, like it was just, they were just running late. But if they wouldn't call me or text me, I would get so pissed off. And I was like, why am I getting so angry? And then I realized that was what happened when I was little. There's no respect for my boundaries. So that old anger was triggered. So that old anger, they call it a charge. The charge is still in the body. And it needs to be released. So now what I've learned is, especially with anger needs to be like as a movement thing, you know? So it's really good to punch a pillow or start running or, you know, shout at the top of your lungs when it's appropriate.
And it helps a lot.
Sorry?
It helps you a lot.
It helps me a lot, yeah. And the same with other feelings. So sadness needs to be felt.
Yes.
It needs to be seen. Like, I am feeling sad. So when I did my soul coaching training, we were taught to sit with our emotions. And so I was sitting with this deep melancholy, which I had inherited from my mom. And I was sitting with it, and I was just sitting with it and sitting with it. And in my mind, you know, the mind creates all kinds of stories. And my mind was telling me that I was drowning in it. And I was like, oh, I'm drowning in this sadness. This is not good. What am I going to do with this? So I called our teacher and I said, I'm drowning. And he goes, great, stay with it. And I went, what? And then I sat with it and I sat with it and I sat with it. And then it disappeared. I mean, on the other side of that, I was like, what was I thinking? There was no water. How could I drown in my emotion? Like, you know, we tend to believe what our mind is telling us. And it's just complete bullshit. So it was a really good experience in understanding that our mind just is bullshitting us most of the time. And we shouldn't listen to it too much. Yeah.
What I feel literally is the entire world, or what we see, what we hear, it's all illusion. Because when we close our eyes, there's nothing. We can't see it. It's still there. But it may be an illusion. It's just when we close our eyes, the actual entire world is there within us. What we are seeing outside, it's just, okay, that's there. But that's not for you. Just close your eyes.
Yes, that's a really good one. Hey, just close your eyes.
So
and you'll know the truth of it. But if you close your eyes and you're still listening to your mind, you will still be triggered by that whole story, right? And it can take you forever, or never, to release it.
So how do you differentiate that this is the thought of your mind, or this is your soul speaking, or this is your heart or emotions guiding you somewhere? How you differentiate? How you check that this is the right energy, which is correct?
Well, I don't think it's black and white. Because when our soul comes through or our spirit guides come through, they use the knowledge that we already have. They use what we have in us to, because if they use something that I don't know about, I wouldn't know how to express it, right? So they come through what we already have and what we already know. And so sometimes, I'm thinking, is that me speaking, or is that definitely guidance coming through? Especially if the person is not able to hear it. If I say something and the person goes, I don't know about that. And I'm like, oh, just double checking. Right? There is a certain quality to when your ego is talking, when your personality is speaking. It is there's a certain energy. It's a little bit contracted because our ego or our personality is kind of a little bit based in fear and in energy games as well. If I would be speaking to you mostly from my identity, it would make you feel a certain way. Whereas if I speak from soul, there's more freedom in it, right?
Yes.
So the energy of it feels different. And because I also teach spiritual development, and that's a question I often get. And it's just a matter of keeping it going, just doing it. And then after a while, you will feel the difference. The other thing is that when soul comes through, it's love. Right? It's love, it's joy, it's bubbly. Like I've had people who come in and they're like, oh, this is happening. And soul comes through and soul goes, great. And I'm like, I can't say that. Like, yeah. And I'm like, great. And then they laugh and then the whole thing just kind of crumbles, you know? Yeah, so it comes through very differently.
Yeah. So,
oh, can I say one more thing about that?
yes, yes.
The other thing is when soul comes through, you don't know what you're going to say. So if you know beforehand,
it's not you.
Yeah, it's not you. If you know beforehand what you're going to say, it will be your identity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
True. I feel that somehow you become medium. It's not you, but you become medium, and you become medium to guide someone, heal someone. Yeah, do something nice for someone. Yeah. So, this is like, I feel it's a pure magic or miracle which you are having, talking to spirit guide and healing others. So I don't have it. So I would like to say how much practice someone need if they want to teach, they want to learn it, and you want to teach them, or how many years of practice, or what they need to do to reach up to this level.
So it's different for everybody, you know, depending on whether they have that sensitive nervous system or not. Yeah, so we used to have like 10% of the population born with a sensitive nervous system, which makes it
10%?
easier. Yeah, it used to be. Now it's a lot higher, I think. I don't know what the percentage is, but like with all the star seeds coming in and all the different souls and all the changes that we're going through on Earth, I think there's well, at least I see that. I see a lot more people with sensitive nervous system. So when you have a sensitive nervous system, you feel everything really deeply. And everything has to go like all the way to your toes and back out. And anything that happens is way more direct in your experience than, you know. And so a lot of people actually first come to see me because they have issues with that. And they're like, they've been told they're oversensitive, which they are. And that is a good thing. So 200 years ago, they would be taken straight into a spiritual school or a convent or whatever, because people would know, oh, okay, these are the sensitives. These are the healers, the shamans, the, you know, whatever.
You need to be sensitive enough to be.
Yeah. So, you know, and we often come with that because we are wanting to be something. But yeah, in this modern society, we don't have space for that. You need to be tough and not be too emotional. And there's all these, you know, yeah.
There's a competition.
There's a competition, yeah. So there's a lot of issues. You need to understand how to manage your energy when you are sensitive. So that's part of what I do. So that would be the first step for a lot of people. And then it depends on what you want. Like I have clients coming in and they go, if you have any spiritual guidance, let me know. And I'm like, there's literally nothing. You know,
that's not how this works.
That's not how it works. Well, it can. For some people it can, like people who are born with it, they can do that. And I often send them to people like that. Like, go and see those people, because that's not what I do. I'm not a clairvoyant, I'm a healer. So it's very different. But, you know, sometimes I'll be like, okay, so who wants to come through? Who wants to, you know, any messages? And maybe there'll be like 1 or 2 messages, you know, just the start of things. And I'll start to talk to people and I'll be like, okay, so this is what's being said, and there's nothing coming back from these people. So they want to have the messages, but they're not necessarily ready to hear them. And so it doesn't, you know, it just fizzles out. And it's like, okay, that's okay. You know, that's not what you're here for. You're here for other things. So, but that wasn't answering your question, sorry. So your question was, how long does it take? So it's taken me a lifetime.
And you are still learning.
Yeah, I'm still learning. So, you know, it's different. But I've had star seeds who just came in for one session and then they went, right, I've got it, I'm off. And they do this healing modality that nobody knows what it is, including them. And it's magnificent. Yeah.
So you are doing this for like 20 plus years. Is long.
For what?
20 plus years you are doing this, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
So there should be like lots of experiences, nice experiences you have with client. Any offer do you remember you want to share? Anything? Multiple is fine.
That's really hard because like it's almost every 2 weeks that I go, oh my God, what just happened?
Or maybe you think, oh wow, miraculous. It should be everything is miracle.
Yeah, well, you know, I can talk about this for hours. So I'll just, when I was thinking about it, I was like, I just want to highlight one because it's actually quite a practical one, which I really like. So I also do something called biodynamic craniosacral therapy, which works with the body's own healing mechanism, and it's derived from osteopathy. So it's a very physical thing, even though there is an energetic component to it. And we had to do like 8 sessions with people, and I had this person who had asthma, and they wanted to heal from asthma. And they had already taken some steps, so they reduced the amount of dairy they were having. They were looking at their medication, so they're already a little bit on a journey. And then he came for the first session, and he was spinning. His head was spinning. He felt like he was going to fall off the table. He felt nauseous, which I've now come to understand are trauma symptoms. But we didn't know what the trauma was. But we just went, okay, well, let's just let the body do it, right? So the body did it. And after 2 or 3 sessions, that disappeared. And then his symptoms started to go away. At the end of 8 sessions, he had no asthma. And I'm just like, oh, that was so amazing.
Wow.
That's like a miracle, right?
Yeah.
So, and what that meant for him was that he could start swimming in open water, which he couldn't before. And so he could go swimming and go on holiday with his kids and his family, which was really beautiful. And then the other thing, what that meant was that he could apply for police school because he wanted to become a police officer. And he could never do that because he wasn't able to swim in open water. So there was obviously some trauma involving water, but I never found out what it was, and that's okay. Yeah.
Even though what they are feeling is a different thing, but after looking into their journey, looking into these miracles, you must feel so satisfied, so good.
Yes.
And it sounds like not by birth you are their mother, but you are giving them a new life. You know? You are their mother.
Well, I want to just say something about that because I am supporting them getting a new life, but they are equally responsible for this result, right? It's not just me doing it to them. We do it together. So we both put our intention there, and then it's down to their body or their energy or their spirit or whatever to actually make that change. So I also have people who come back and they're not shifting.
So willingness should be from both sides so that the energy works faster.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And let's say you asking spiritual way, so you are doing following art of living for quite a long time. While you are doing meditation or something, how's your experience, the best experience, spiritual experience so far? Like you close your eyes in a meditation, you feel something which is like unexplainable, you feel it and you just can't forget it.
Yes. I had 2 experiences like that. One was when I was initiated as a oneness blessing giver, and I had a whole week of I was in the matrix. I understood the matrix. I knew when people were gonna drive over there, so I would accommodate before they even started. I was in bliss, and it was amazing. And that lasted about a week because it was a gift. You know, it wasn't something that I had attained by practice. And then the other thing that happens quite a bit when I'm meditating, I just lose who I am. And I fall into something that I call oneness. So I'm one with everything around me. And that is beautiful. Yeah.
So nice. Yeah. Final message or blessing for our audience.
Okay, let me turn to the audience. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. And thank you so much for all the work that you've already been doing and for being the beautiful soul in this world. You are very necessary, no matter how you feel, no matter what you do. You are part of the tapestry of life. So thank you for being here. Without you, we would not be here either.
So nice. How other people contact you? Any website or email ID?
Yeah. So my website is www.soul-direction.com. And yeah, it has everything in there. It has my phone number as well.
I'm your host Khushali Jani, and for Guru Tattva Himalayan Meditation, I'm following this path since childhood, and it completely changed my life. So I would like to explore more about other people's journey as well. And here I am with this podcast. We are going to have more more guests like her, and this will be very interesting in future. So stay tuned. Keep looking into our new episodes. For that, you need to subscribe. You can share this with others if it touch your soul, if it give you a little guidance, and you can comment your favorite part from this video. Also, don't forget to click on the bell icon. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much, Caroline, for being present in this world and universe. What you are doing, we need it. So thank you for being beautiful, beautiful soul. Keep
Thank you
doing
so
it.
much.
Keep doing it.
Thank you so much. I've really enjoyed this.
Yes, me too. It's a nice new, and every time I got lots of brand new information.
Yes, I know, right?
Yes.
It really felt like we were just sharing. I love this much more than when you have these discussions where people are pitted against each other and they have to convince each other of their truth. But this is like, well, this is what I think. What do you think?
Yes.
And I think that's how we change the world, by learning to listen to each other
And respect that.
and respecting, yeah.